Hello everyone, TheSenpaiCode here. So let's go over if you have a yellow background where your skybox is supposed to be, or maybe it's even a black background or a different color, or you just don't have one. If you don't, then it'll show up as black as well. So let's go over the fixes and what caused this. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is make sure that I'm in the scene view and I'm not in the game mode here. So what normally causes this is if you had switched your camera to overlay for something and then you had switched it back to base, it will sometimes switch your background type to uninitialized. So you want to switch that back to Skybox. And that is the main cause that makes this go to like a yellow or black background. And I just want to add post edit that your skybox might also be on a solid color. So just like I said, make sure that's on skybox here. The second thing that might be causing this is in your main camera, in the rendering section, your calling mask might have certain things deselected. So make sure that you have everything selected that you need. So right now I have nothing selected. Once I select everything, then as you see from the main camera, it switches to everything that I need selected. The third thing that might be causing this is if you have multiple cameras, you got to make sure that you have the right settings for them. I'm not going to go over all these settings, but this is the main camera here. So, I have the base, that's what I need. I have everything for the calling mask, and then I have the skybox and everything here. If you have multiple cameras, there might be certain things conflicting. So just make sure that you have the proper setups if you have multiple cameras. And I just want to add that someone had commented that their issue wasn't that their background was fully yellow or black, like a solid color, but instead it was more faded with the ground like this, where it was a bit darker and it was just a different coloration, so like this. And so what that means is that you don't have a directional light. So what you want to do is just right click in your hierarchy, come down to light and add a directional light, and that will give you the proper colors. So if I come back, you can see the sky color here in the main camera, and everything is back the way that it should be. So just make sure that you have a directional light as well, or some sort of light source in your scene. So one of the last most uncommon issues for this problem is that your skybox has been removed. So what you want to do is come up to window and check that you have the skybox. So you're going to come down to rendering and then lighting, and then inside of lighting you want to go to environment. Make sure that you have a skybox in the skybox material here. And if you do have a skybox in the skybox material and nothing else has worked for this problem that you are having, feel free to come over to the Unity discussion forums, post over there, and hopefully someone else or myself can see it and help you out there, as it's going to be a more in-depth issue most likely, so we're going to have to troubleshoot from there. And if you did have this problem before and it was a different solution, or you figured out the solution for this, feel free to go down to the comments, post what your issue was and how you solved it, so that other people can see what caused it for you and they can go from there as well. And if this did help you, leave a like, comment down below so other people can find this video and get the help that they need. And I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.